Yeah, it's the 501, baby. You know how we get down on the Woo Pig podcast. Shout out OD, shout out G Homes, it's the bag. Big sexy. Woo, yeah, woo, yeah, woo, pig, woo, pig, podcast, 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 woo, pig, woo, pig, woo, pig, pig, podcast, football, basketball, whatever you need, podcast, woo, pig, shout out to fans, man, woo, pig, keep the support alive, let's get it, podcast, you know we gon' keep it real every time, every single time, podcast, woo, pig, woo.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Woo Pig Podcast, where we're talking about everything Arkansas Razorback football and basketball every Monday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday after the game. So make sure you tap in with us. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't did that already. Like the video, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified when we upload another video like this. I'm your host, Oliver OD, and you know who I got in the building.
Yo, you got your boy G Holmes in the building, aka Big Sexy. They still hollering for me, man. They don't care now what you talking about.
Oh my God!
All right, what up, OD?
Man, it's the Monday after, baby. We also got the bad little brother in the building with us.
What it do, Woo Pig fam? It's the baddest little brother alive, Woo Pig Deezy, ready to get into another overreaction Monday, man.
Man, this ain't even overreaction, man. It's reality Monday. The reality is setting in. The reality is setting in that these Hogs, they just ain't got it, man. They just ain't got it, man. So it ain't even overreaction no more. It's reality.
Nah, it's reality.
It's reality, man.
We are who we thought we were.
You know what I was thinking about it today, man. I was thinking about the reality of these Hogs. The records that we picked for these Hogs wasn't reality. And it sounds like the media, SEC media, they got it right. The Hogs was gonna finish dead last in the SEC West.
Man.
How y'all feel about that? Knowing that the writers was right, man.
I'm speechless. I mean, what we supposed to say behind that?
Hey, man.
Devastation.
What do you want from me?
I need something. Tell me how you feel.
I'm devastated. I truly disappointed. Not even the word. I'm completely just surprised. Like, this is even when you said 75 OD, I'm thinking like, man, you know, there's a small possibility of that. But now I don't even see that. So to be even worse than what you said is just
I know,
it's
right?
appalling to me. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
Hey,
right
man.
now, hey, we're looking at 2-5 in the mouth. And if you go on a 5-game skid, the morale in the locker room is, I mean, it's everybody got their heads hung low because they feel like these kids probably working hard. I'm not gonna say that they're not working hard. They're going to practice. They're doing everything that they're supposed to be doing. It's just not translating into W's. So that's disheartening. And then to compound that, you getting bashed in the media. And I sent y'all a little thing too about KJ done disabled his Twitter. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that, man.
Yeah,
He disabled Twitter.
Bro, he dropped out.
Following his coach.
He dropped out. He don't want no smoke. He don't want no smoke, bro. And that's, as an athlete, you got to win when you win, and you have to lose when you lose. I will never forget that commercial that Michael Jordan had. I can't remember the exact numbers, but it was like 3,000 and something, times he's shot the last shot. And then he says about how many times he failed at doing that. He had to own that. You have to own whenever you accepting these NIL deals. When you are driving around town in $150,000 cars, and you know what I'm saying? You owning that. You are displaying yourself as a winner. So you have to be a gracious loser as well. So I don't know, man. I'm disappointed I'm just disappointed. That's the clean version. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm not so disappointed because I did pick 7 and 5. I'm not hugely disappointed because I felt I'm just keeping it real, man. Anytime there has been any hype over the Arkansas Razorback football program, it's always a letdown. It's always a disappointment, man. Remember that year Bobby Petrino got fired, and they had all them people came. They were, we coming back. We coming back. We gonna show that we can do this without Petrino. Oh, man, we had all them dudes. The same team back. Them boys was trash, straight trash.
That was terrible.
And from that point on, it was all it wasn't all downhill, because I think the next year after that we got Brett Bielema, and Brett Bielema did okay for a couple of years, and then it was on to Chad Morris. That was the debacle, and then we on to the guy we got now, who in his press conference, man, he looked like he just want to get the 12. You ever seen that movie Full Metal Jacket, when old boy had enough and he just went to the bathroom and was just in the
sitting on the toilet.
Sitting on the toilet. That's what he looked like to me today, man. He
on the
looked
toilet
like
with that rifle next to him.
He looked like he ready to end it all, man. He like, I'm tired of this, man.
He got the rifle sitting next to the toilet, man. Sitting there butt naked. Hey, but the crazy thing is I've watched a lot of Pitman's press conferences, and I'm telling you, man, the dude the press conference he had today, boy, he looked defeated. I mean, it was like, it's hard for me to kind of quantify that into, the words. You got to almost watch it for yourself and receive that energy. DZ, did you watch it today?
Man, I think I texted y'all some quotes that just truly alarmed me, man. It was so much. It was disgusting. I literally couldn't follow a single thing this man said. It was complete and utter defeat. Like I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. I'm like, Pitman, what are you talking about? What? No, what? It was bad. It was just like watching the game Saturday.
It was it was bad. It was bad. I just couldn't believe it. I mean, I don't really think there was a direct answer to any of the questions that they asked.
Nope.
It was not a direct answer.
Yeah, I just think he's just ready to get it. He's just ready to get it over with, man. Hey, Eric D28 said it wouldn't shock me if Pitman retired after this year. He looks tired. He do.
Man, he do. He looked like he hadn't slept. I mean, it's really, I'm telling you, man, I'm worried about his health.
Yeah, for
but
real.
This the thing. What is he doing? Like, if you're not getting no sleep, the team should be better, right? Like, if you really stressing out, like where's that stress going? Like, I'm not seeing the result of that.
Sometimes stress makes it worse, man. It just, you pressing, man. It makes it worse. So
it's like he don't know. He don't have an answer. No, no starting point.
He has no answers right now. I mean,
he has no starting point. Where does he start? At this point, I can remember as a kid when your room is just really, really messy. And your mama say, you better get in and clean this room up, and you walk in, you don't even know what to pick up first. Clean them toys up. You don't even know. He don't know what to address first. Imagine that feeling, because he see that offensive line. Box sent me some videos today. Did he send them to you? I told him to.
He did send them to me, man. But you know, it's one of my only days off, so I really didn't get a chance to watch them. I'm ripping and running all day, and getting ready for the show. And yeah, I didn't have a chance to look at them all, but I did take a look at some of them.
Bro, when you look at the tape and it's really just watch a play, bro. What's 75? The offensive lineman, Kudus.
Kudus.
Bro, they was knocking him on his back, bro. He didn't want no smoke from that dude. I see why these cats jumping off line, because they lining up against some dogs. And I'm talking about, dude, first contact, it was knocking him on his heels. And he was pushing him. How you got both of the guards pushing Latham and Kudus and the I can't remember the other kid. Bro, they pushing all three of them. They closing the pocket from the snap, bro. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, boy, this right here gonna be terrible. They can't, I mean, it's a fact. It don't matter if you 6'5" and 320. If it's 6'5" and 320 pounds of Charmin.
But the thing for me is, man, I've never seen technique this bad, like ever. Like the technique is so bad. I'm like, what are y'all practicing? Like, what, bro? Pitman said one thing in the press conference that almost made me throw up. He was like, they asked him something about the O-line struggles, and he was like, well, they did so much play movement, and I feel like our scout team couldn't give us a good look in practice. You blaming the scout team?
Yeah.
The scout team? I have never heard a coach say anything about the scout team during a after game. You don't even talk about the scout team outside of preseason. That's man, I almost threw up. This man blamed the scout team.
The scout team. Yeah. He said that it was giving them lots of trouble because of their movement. He said, I'm trying to think of the word he said. But what it boils down to is he said that the defensive shifts in lines is what's throwing them off. Don't you think every other defensive coordinator is listening to that? So what are we going to see for the rest of the year? We're going to see pre-snap defensive line shifts. That's what I would do. If your offense, if you telling the world that my offensive line is not disciplined enough to not jump when the defense is shifting, I'm shifting every play.
Hey, man. Shout out to that boy Lavelle, that guy Lavelle here. Mama, there goes that man.
Mama, there go that man.
Browse mask all KJ faults, and Odom being a head coach before mask all of Pittman's faults. Take both of them away, and you get what you see now. Y'all drunk too much of that KJ Kool-Aid. Give some to Chris Well.
Hey, man, I can't even argue with ABs, man.
I can't either, man.
I can't even argue with him.
Hey, I can.
Just because you want to.
Yeah, you go for it.
Take Odom up out of there because he was trash. And that's the only argument I got. I agree with everything else, but hey, Odom was trash. Get him up out of there.
I mean, at this point, it's almost like I don't care who you put back there. If they can't block, he's gonna be faced with the same situations as KJ. He's gonna get blasted. So I'm with you on this, Box. Put him back there and let's see what happens. Let's just do it. Just for the sake of it. Just put him back there and let's see how many interceptions he throws. Let's see how many sacks he takes. Let's see how he can get away. Let's see if he can run Enos's offense, because Enos isn't smart enough to make his game plan work with KJ's skill set, because ultimately that's what it boils down to. I know I got an RPO quarterback, but I'm going to make you run my system. That's just stupid. It's just like Justin Fields. They got a quarterback that's mobile. They got a quarterback who's an RPO quarterback, but they trying to make him run the system. Well, guess what? They said, scrap the system. We're gonna build an offense around what Justin Fields can do. And that's what what's the dude name? Enos needs to do, but I knew Enos wasn't gonna do it because Enos is a dummy and he ain't gonna build it around him. So yeah, I don't blame KJ. I just don't. I blame everybody else. I'm just gonna say it.
Hold on. Okay, but dig this though. You got to dig this. You have to look at the times when he did have the opportunity to make some reads.
Fact.
He missed them. Bro,
Fact.
the first interception, he had plenty of time. He had plenty of time.
Yeah.
Right to his hands too.
He went through every single progression. And he chose he chose this read and underthrew it. It was almost as if the defensive player was who he was throwing it to. He hit him in the numbers.
He never hit our receivers in the numbers.
It was one of the best passes all night.
Hey man,
he hit him right in the numbers in stride.
You're right. You're absolutely right, man.
I know. I'm just telling you what I saw. That last interception to end the game. It was 1 minute and 50 seconds left. We're actually trying to move the football. He makes a read that is covered 3. It's triple covered, but he has a check down man running wide open that could have caught the ball for 10 yards and stepped out of bounds, saved the timeout, and you moving the chains. But he tried to be Superman and throw it into triple coverage. Ball game over.
Like the picks weren't close, y'all. Like
they weren't. Yeah, it wasn't like. Yeah, it was terrible.
Especially seeing it in person, I'm like, it's a linebacker underneath, it's a corner following, and then it's a safety right. I'm like, what
you doing?
It wasn't even close to open, KJ. Neither one. Like it was weird, dog.
If you go back and watch that, I think I don't know if Box sent me that pick, but I watched it. I'm looking at the check down. It ain't a dude within 20 yards of the check down. He running out in that mug looking like a referee almost. He by himself.
So my question is, why haven't they put Criswell in the game?
That's a great question.
I got an answer to why they didn't this week. I don't know about the other weeks, but I know why this week. Because KJ was at home. Imagine benching KJ at home. You could never put him back in it. KJ will never forgive you, first of all. Like, and that's another thing we got to think about. After listening to Pitman press conferences, he not the type of coach that set the standard. He kind of works around who likes who. It's like this weird, like when I listen to his answers, it's not, nah, we're going to do this and we're going to make this. It's more like, well, they were doing this, so we had to do that. And it's like, are you a giver or a receiver? You're a coach. When you're a coach, you got to be a giver, dog. You got to push out. Pittman seemed like he got this weird passive energy that I never paid attention to it. But now this season is just clear as day. And I just hate what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at some actual factuals, man. DZ, we want to run through these the Hog injuries first. So let's tap in on that, man. Let's what happened with the Hog injury report, man?
Man, it was pretty tricky to get the injury report today because in the press conference that he usually does on Monday is when he tells us the specifics, but he didn't really give us much. But in the after game presser, he did say, Poopaw was the one injury that we all saw. That was the one that was kind of big. Took him a minute to get up. But luckily, he did tweet that he was all good today. So hopefully we get Poopaw back for Bama, man. We gonna need him, like for real. I don't even remember Al Walcott getting hurt, but press conference called him by name. Pittman called him by name and said that he got injured or shooken up during the Ole Miss game. Cam Ball as well. Cam Ball played most of the game, so he actually had an injury towards the end of the game. And then we got Jalen Braxton. That's the young cornerback who was filling in for Dwight McLaughlin. So it's looking tricky right now, man. These are some of our key players right here. 3 of these 4 guys for sure are key players. We needed Jalen Braxton for that backup corner. We need Al Walcott because even though he be getting beat up, he still make plays every now and then. And then Pupal is probably the fastest player on our defense. So not having these for Bama is gonna suck. So I hope that, everything looks a little better than what we see right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hopefully these guys come back and give us a hand. Pupal, I'm sure he'll be back. Man, yeah, it is what it is with these cats, man. But just looking at some of the highlights, some of the stats we had. Jefferson was 25 of 39 for 252 yards, 2 TDs, 2 picks. Rushing, we have just between the 2 running backs who got touches, they had 12 rushes for 25 yards. Terrible.
Say it one more time.
I'm gonna say it in my Charles Barkley voice. They're terrible. They're terrible. Man, that's just crazy, man. But
against Ole Miss,
yeah, and they give it up. They give up a lot of rushing yards.
Yeah.
Ty Washington was a good find. I mean, I'm just buried on the bench. Somehow he gets in the game to give us 7 receptions for 90 yards, 2 TDs, man. His long catch was 34 yards. So he came in the game fresh off the bench and did his thing, man. So somebody sent me a message today, said Arkansas notorious for burying talent on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
So, and as we can see, he was buried on the bench, but then again, he was behind Luke Hogs, and I don't think any of us had anything bad to say about Luke Hogs.
Nah.
But there's no way he should have been 5th on the depth chart at the start of the season with catching the ball like he did. So that's that, man. And hey, and I forgot to say this, man, but shout out to Box, man. Thank you for supporting the channel, man, with the super chats, man. We really appreciate it, man. It's definitely gonna help us grow. We got some major things on the horizon, man. Thank you for supporting. We really do appreciate it. Let's see what he has to say here. Arkansas as a whole state hate change, scared of it. The last TD he threw was all Enos. He gave KJ no time to think. I seen play after play where KJ had time to throw. O-line not gonna hold blocks all game. Okay, I'm with that. He actually said it wasn't all on KJ. And Enos is not drawing up plays to help KJ win. He said what I've been.
That ain't what he said. That ain't what he said.
The last TD he threw was all Enos.
That's the little over the middle where it was a quick boom in. I mean, it was a quick hit. He didn't give him time to have to make no progressions. That's what he's saying. He just hit him, and Armstrong did the rest.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so don't miss
that
out.
Was weird.
He is never gonna be on your side, OD. Don't try to twist his words to make it sound like y'all together now. Y'all ain't gonna be together.
So hey, I see a statement when you get a period on the end. That ain't no question.
No, I mean, yeah. Because trust me, he already told me that same. I done heard all these comments today.
This guy. KJ had to throw. O-line not going to hold blocks all game. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. That was a weird little gesture I saw back there. Did anybody else see that? Or was it just me? It was a thumbs up behind me, and I know.
I saw that.
Yeah, that was weird. I wonder where that came from. I've never seen that before. It must be something new. That was pretty dope. I don't know how that happened, but that was weird.
I saw it, though.
Yeah. But man, again, shout out to Box. Man, let's take a look, man, at some of these comments, man. We're gonna open it up a little bit early tonight, man, because I ain't gonna be on here all night. I gotta get off. I got some things I gotta handle. So we gotta open it up fairly quickly, man. Anything else you guys want to add before we open it up?
I just want to tell everybody, man, we got 86 people in here and only 36 likes. Come on, man. Even you, Dark Man, you trolling. Give us a like. Come on, man.
Dark Man is the dude that's in here giving us the dislike. That's what Dark Man doing. We got one dislike every video. It's Dark Man. I know it is. So hey, I guess we gonna open this thing up, man. Let me the link will be in the
comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. It's a tricky time right now, man.
It's tricky.
Nobody thought we would be here, dog. And I can't believe it, man. I truly can't. The fact that the only reason we scored this game is because of one player is just it's baffling to me. Like it's wild.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like imagine that game without Ty Washington. Just imagine it.
I mean, we just lose bigger. That's all. I mean, that's. I mean, really. That's what we doing.
While we waiting on somebody to tap in with us, man. Just a little FYI, the pod gonna be changing up a little bit because it's basketball season, so we got to start talking about that. So you may see some have football, some have basketball some days, especially on Monday videos. You may see a lot more post-game videos with us going live after a basketball game as well. So just keep that in mind that you see some changes with the basketball content starting to roll in as well. So just keep that in mind. All right, Mama, there goes that man.
I bet I can guess who this is.
Hey, you muted, G. What's up?
Hold
What's up,
on.
Mox?
Oh yeah, hold on. Hopefully, Biden ain't got his IP address.
I was just gonna say he gonna have to turn his IP blocker on so he don't get canceled.
Man, he froze up already.
Yeah, y'all can hear me now.
Yeah, we hear you.
I can hear you. I just can't see you. I don't even want to see you.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Hey, I've been giving y'all boys a break lately because y'all been roller coasting and Ferris wheeling the last 5 weeks. But what y'all want to say? 1 minute you downing KJ, next minute you praising KJ. 1 minute you want to fire the water boy, next minute the water boy doing a great job. Y'all got to stay on that line. But guess what? I've been on that same path the whole year. Y'all getting it?
Yeah. You are the person who wants KJ Bench above all.
What I said. Hey, you tried to screw my words. That last person I was talking about. Didn't give KJ time to think. Hey, wait a minute. EJ didn't give KJ time to think. KJ's already ready to throw the ball before he even tried to hand it off. That's what you gotta do to KJ because he can't think past the second progression. Offensive line is not. This is one thing I want y'all to know about the offensive line. Whether you playing against the San Francisco 49ers or playing against the Houston Texans, they're not gonna hold blocks the whole game, but they're gonna give a good quarterback time to do what he got to do to move that offense.
Mm-hmm.
The times that KJ had to move the offense, he don't do it. He had a play in the end zone Saturday, wide open.
Yep.
Open. He overthrew a player.
He overthrew a dude that was 7.
That's in the end zone. We ain't talking about the play in the open field. When you told me it was a misread, how you gonna misread a person when he's right there in front of you? Nobody in front of you. He ain't got no problem throwing to a defensive player. This dude is 250 pounds. He had a head full of steam, and we need to get 3 yards. He got stopped by a cornerback.
Hey, Box, I think we're looking at it wrong, man.
What you looking at? We've been looking at the same thing for 3 years now. What
I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I think the reason why KJ overlooked them check downs is because he know he can't hit him. He like, bro, I might as well not even try. I'm just look downfield.
Hey, and if you know he's not gonna hit him, you're not gonna call him. Greg Holmes used to be in the car business all the time. If I know Greg Holmes couldn't close that customer, I'm not sending Greg Holmes out there.
Like,
with a quarterback you know can't hit a receiver.
hey, man, you're not gonna get any beef with me tonight, man. I ain't even gonna dispute what you're saying because you spitting facts.
Check this out.
We all see the tape,
Hey, but before KJ came, we didn't know nothing about him.
right?
Find out it's Criswell, the same player. We don't know nothing about.
Right.
Until you change. Everybody want to fire Enos. Why fire Enos? Well, we don't Enos even the issue. What if it is KJ?
We don't know.
You know why they don't want to bench KJ? You know why they want to bench KJ? They don't gave him so much money. They look like a fool benching it.
So I got a question for Lane. Lane, why won't they bench KJ? Or do you think they should bench KJ?
I'm kind of on the fence about it, to be quite honest. I mean, the way that the O-line plays and the way that the receivers have played, you know, the running backs, they can't block either. I just don't know if it would fix anything. I think Criswell deserves a shot for sure, but I don't know if it would fix anything or not, man. It's a toss-up right now.
I agree with you, but Box got an objection. So what you got to say to that, Box?
I just want to know, do anybody look at the game? Because I sent plays today where the offensive line was blocking.
Hey, you sending them to the wrong people, Box.
Them was two people. Them was two plays.
You got to send them to me,
KJ
man.
had time. Hey, give
Y'all
my
need to
number.
go look at Carter's. Y'all need to go look at Carter's film breakdown from the Ole Miss game. He did a really good job about it.
Yeah,
I watched a bit of it.
Yeah, but a lot of that stuff is screwed. They're gonna show you what they want to show you. They ain't gonna come real and direct like me. I'm showing you what I see. I seen the offensive line holding their blocks.
What did Carter Power say?
I seen KJ when he was running, he was tiptoeing when he was about to get hit. He ain't trying to get that extra yard. I seen wide receivers shaking their hand and running across the middle because KJ didn't see him.
There were a lot of times where he had a check down receiver that was wide open and had nothing but green grass around him all game long. I don't know why he won't hit him. He just won't hit him.
You know, my last thing is the announcers tried to cover for him. They didn't have no choice but to say Ole Miss was looking at his eyes.
Yeah. You could watch him do it in the tape.
They tried to cover for him the whole game. But he was so blamed with it, they couldn't help but to say it.
Yep, they did say that. When I went back and watched it, they was like, yeah, he's looking them down and they're just reading his eyes. I said, oh,
that's what the defenses. That's what the defenses do every week. It just didn't start. They just don't want to say it on national TV. But he was so bad with it, they couldn't help but to say it. That the other team said that's what they were looking for. It's KJ's eyes.
Maybe they need to get him a 10 advisor. How about a 10 advisor?
No, give me Criswell. Give me Criswell for one game, not one series, not one half, for one whole game.
I mean,
see what happened.
It can't get no
Mississippi
worse.
State will probably be the game to do that in, for sure.
Back home, you think?
Yeah, I would think so. I think it would be better to do it on the home field rather than in Tuscaloosa.
Oh yeah, Tuscaloosa. That's the Lions' den at this point.
Hey, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say this. Against, I watched Alabama this weekend, and looking at that defensive line, KJ's gonna get hurt. He's gonna get hurt because that offensive line, man, it's gonna be horrible, man. If Enos ain't got a game plan, he gonna get KJ killed back there because them guys can't block, man. They're not gonna be able to block Alabama at all.
Hey, OD,
what's up?
OD. Maybe if we had a quarterback to utilize more of Enos' offense, you don't have to worry about that. Maybe we had an offense to see. Maybe if we had a quarterback to see this defense player right there, that's where I'm going. I finna audible to go to the other side. Maybe we don't have to worry about that. But guess what we do? We sit there and want to blame Enos when we blame Browns for 3 years.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question, Box. What quarterback in the last eight years have you seen on the hill in an Arkansas Razorback uniform, not named Ryan Mallett, that can do what you say can be done.
Hey, let me ask you this. It was a whole bunch of quarterbacks in the portal this year that was better than KJ. How many did we go get?
Wait a minute, you didn't answer the question.
Exactly. We need you to answer the question.
I'm answering that question with a question
No,
because
you can't.
okay.
You didn't. No, you answered.
Hey,
That's a direct
okay.
question.
Brandon Allen. Give me Brandon Allen all day over KJ.
Brandon Allen, bro, he was an
All
interception
day.
waiting to happen. That boy threw more
Hey,
pick
Brandon
sixes
Allen-
than Mr.
hey,
Trubisky.
Brandon Allen will win you a game in overtime. He proved that against Ole Miss. He's not scared of
Bruh.
the pressure.
Hey man, even a squirrel catch a nut every now and then. Come on now.
Hey,
Brandon Allen will always throw more interceptions.
Hey, he caught more nuts than KJ.
Hey man.
What you say, Lane?
KJ
If you're talking,
ain't caught not one nut. KJ ain't won not one game. They be like, dang, he beat that team.
if you're talking about a true last 8 years rather than the last 2 decades, people are gonna hound me for this. I don't really care, but I mean, if you go and look at his D2 stats, Cole Kelly probably would have been a good quarterback had it not been during the Chad Morris years. If you look at
Thank you.
if you go and look at Cole Kelly's D2 stats, I mean, he won every single award a quarterback can win at that level. He should have been playing Division One.
We talking about D2 though, Lane. Them guys
I
are.
understand that. I understand
about
that.
a step slower. You know what I'm saying? Your DBs a step slower. So I mean, yeah, he might have had some great stats, but
yeah,
man.
Hey, you want me to tell you who y'all? You want me to tell you who y'all downing? Y'all downing an offense coordinator who was 5-0 last year before he got to Michigan. Gave Michigan a run for his money. Y'all talk about offense coordinator who played for Brett Bielema, who's the same player, same coach as Pitman, pounding ground. Y'all talking about Brett Bielema, who done took a Brad Lunny, who had a prolific offense at his job before Ole Miss, and now they ain't hard scoring no points. So Enos was 5-0 last year before they played Michigan.
So
Maryland was 5-0 until they played Ohio State this weekend, and they played with him for 3 quarters without Enos.
They were 5-0 last year with Enos.
So you can't. So I'm gonna say this: you can't say that Chris Well is the fix for everything that's wrong with the Razorbacks. So how do you fix
you know he ain't?
the? I don't know.
How you know he ain't?
But looking at the offensive line, I can tell you he ain't the fix. He ain't.
How
the
you know
fix.
the offensive line? How you know the quarterback is just not making smart enough decisions, quick decisions to get the offensive line out of a hole they in?
Hey, can I take that one?
No, let me just say this one thing, G. If I was Stevie Wonder, I would believe you. I would believe you because I couldn't see it.
If you were
couldn't
Stevie
see it with my
Wonder,
own
you'd be
eyes.
rich.
No. If I was Stevie Wonder,
rich.
I would believe you because I couldn't see it for the simple fact I see Kudos getting drove. I see number 62 on the ground. I see him holding.
I also
terrible.
see Kudos hold a block that I sent you that you didn't listen to look at. I see
Hey, hold on.
KJ had 7 seconds.
Bro. Okay, but that was one play. We talking about a collective. Now I'm telling you, every now and then they are making good. I mean, you know, it's a good scheme. But I'm telling you, I went back and watched it and watched the off of the line contact at the point of contact, and we were losing that battle. We were losing the initial push, and I'm talking about putting them on their heels. I'm talking about those edge rushers getting the edge on our on our tackles. They wasn't even setting the edges or anything, man. We're talking about probably 70, I'm going to say 75% of the time that our tackles could not even set an edge. They were pushing the guards. They were pushing the guard in the centers. I mean, the 2 guards in the center back into the pocket. So you imagine that they're pushing those 3 players back in the pocket, and then these edges are collapsing. That equals, quarterback rushes, quarterback hurries. That equals a whole bunch of stuff, man. And then they were sprinkling in, when they were doing that, then they start dialing up some blitzes. Well, now you have no structure on that line, and they're just, I mean, there ain't no A or B gaps because they've closed them at the point of impact.
Even with bringing just 3 rushers. You know, Ole Miss, they were about half the time they were only bringing 3 or 4 rushers, and we had 5 to 6 people back there blocking, and we still couldn't seal the edges.
Mhm. So did you see what I'm talking about though, Lane?
I did. Yes, I did.
Hey man,
So
let me tie it all together with this. Y'all arguing for no reason. Do y'all not remember what I said in the post game show?
I would.
All
I
of
wasn't
y'all are right.
disagreeing with him. I was agreeing.
Everybody in here is right. The
Yeah.
O line is terrible, but KJ not hitting no check downs to make it any better. You're not hitting no receivers in their hands to where they can catch the ball and keep running. Everything is true. Dan Enos ain't been utilizing KJ to his best abilities. He been stubborn in the mud. Y'all are all right a little bit. That's what y'all not understanding. Like y'all making, oh no, it's this, it's the chicken or the egg. Like it don't even matter, dog, because they
But
both
this is
quacking,
No,
pecking.
I've
this
been
is the
saying that
thing
since
though.
week 1. It's the whole entire freaking offense.
Y'all take what I say as an argument. I'm sitting here asking a question. If we don't know what the fix is, and we can say it's Chris Well, we can say get a whole new offensive line, but nobody has a solution. We can dump all we want, but I'm asking you guys, what's the fix? How do we
OD.
fix it?
I got
OD.
it. Yes.
Yes.
I don't
OD.
think.
Wait a minute. Wait. OD. We don't sit here and try to fix everything on offense except KJ.
OD,
Yeah, you
I don't
asked.
think there is a fix for this year, man. I think we just are what we are.
yeah, you gotta
Okay.
scrap it. You just
Exactly.
gotta
Okay. So if that's the case,
I
then
just,
Lane, how do we be competitive?
how do we be competitive? I mean, with the exception of the Texas A&M game, I'm competitive in every game this season, with the exception of that. And most of it's been due to defense. If you can get the offense to convert just a few more first downs and get the ball farther down the field to where teams aren't getting it on the 50, 55, 40-yard line on the opposite side of the field, just, lengthen that field a little bit. It might change the outcome just a hair. I mean, 4 games this season we've lost by a touchdown or less? I mean, seriously. And KJ's got to make better decisions. The offensive line has got to block. The passes that hit the receivers in the hands, they got to catch it. Running
Wait a minute.
back's got to hit the hole.
They
I mean, it's
said
just
in the game that when the receivers get the ball, they catch it. So what you just said is not correct because they said in the game against Ole Miss, when the ball hits the receiver's hands, we catches it.
that's not true because I've seen Tesla drop a
Yeah,
crap ton
Tesla
this
has
year.
some bad drops.
yeah, Tesla has a bad drop. Hey, I tell you who didn't drop it is that DB he threw it to. They didn't drop it.
Them was
He hit it.
linebackers, even worse.
Hey, man,
Hey.
that linebacker took it to the house.
Hey, I got to roll, but I got to roll. But I want to ask y'all this one question. I want to be wrong about KJ. He made me wrong all year. He made me wrong against BYU at home.
KJ just not the
Wrong
same
all
this year.
If I ain't wrong all year, give me Chris Wall to shut me up.
Can,
When you got a quarterback that controls the offense, that changes the offense. It happens in every football game. When you got a quarterback that don't control the offense, your offense gonna look stagnant. It's gonna look out of place, out of whack. You got to have a quarterback that knows what he's gonna do, who he's gonna go to. If that first option gone, second option gone, third, he gotta know what he's gonna do. KJ don't. You got a quarterback like that, your offense is gonna look like our offense right now. Me gonna start blaming everybody else.
Hey, I got a question for Tonka Tide.
Yeah, shout out to Tonka Tide. He's in the building with us, man. Thank you for tapping in with us, Tonka, man. How you doing tonight?
Hey,
I'm Peachy King as always, gentlemen.
All right, Box.
Tonka, give us the fix, man. Give us the solution.
And I got a question for you next, Tonka.
All right. So the fix offensively is quick offense. That's it. Quick offense. Slants, hooks, slants, and then you can also run slants.
And then hit him with a double move.
That's right. and then hit him with the slant and go. really mess with their mind. Yeah, but yeah, it's going to literally have to be, if it's not their run, KJ.
KJ can't hit
That
slants, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. We've seen this. Like
Oh,
KJ
yeah.
gonna throw it
Yeah,
behind the
it's going
receiver or
behind
to
the.
their kneecaps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
he
going.
always throws it behind
All right, well,
for
Most
see,
of the
sure.
check
time.
this out. This is a problem I've seen out of KJ all season long. Is him throwing low when normally he don't. Is him not putting enough on the pass to get to the target when normally it's the opposite, right? Uh, KJ just, I think it's time for KJ to sit down.
Yeah.
Man, everybody off the
Uh-oh.
KJ bandwagon. That's it.
I ain't not yet. I'm with you,
Y'all
OD.
want y'all want to know why? What the biggest thing that is wrong with KJ this year that nobody's talking about?
What's that?
NIL deal.
Not even that. KJ is running the ball terribly. He had 17 rushes for 11 yards last game. Bro,
Well, you know
KJ not
his
even
sacks.
running good no more.
They
Yeah,
If
take
he
away
for
his
him to,
sacks.
He got
I mean,
sacked 6 times though.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
true. But
So how many yards did he really rush
he
for?
not giving us any good runs either. Like that's a big problem. If you can't throw it or run it, what are you doing?
I know that. See, I watched Pig Trail Nation. Mike Irwin actually broke it down for like the last 5 weeks previous to Texas A&M. KJ has actually averaged between 50 to 60 before the sacks. So he's actually been about the same as he has been in previous years. He's just getting sacked a lot more this year.
Yeah.
I ain't been seeing it. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been seeing maybe 1 or 2 decent runs a game, but he don't got the same balance that he used to have. And I think it's the weight or something. I don't know what it is, but he used to be able to like kind of stumble for another 5, 6. This year it's like I don't
Or
know
drag
what it
somebody.
is. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
said you had a question for me.
Yeah, it was pertaining to KJ running, so never mind.
Oh.
I'm tired of talking about this guy, man.
If y'all don't mind, I've actually got a question I've been thinking about for the last few
Yeah.
days
What's
that I
up?
wanted to
Go for
ask
it.
all y'all.
Go for it.
So Tonka and I were talking about it a little bit in the comments. I've been doing my research over the last 3 or 4 days, looking through different coaches, different styles as far as or defense or offense. So say this season ends up at 3-9, and Hunter Yurachek decides to go a different direction from Pitman. Who would y'all like to see come in here? Who do you think would even come in here to take this job? Because it's obvious that whenever a head coach comes here, it's for his career to die.
Mm.
So
I know
Dang.
my answer.
go for it, Deezy.
This is gonna sound crazy, but because I feel like we need a young offensive mind with NFL experience, Cliff Kingsbury is the only name that I could think that makes sense. And I know I wouldn't even on the Cliff Kingsbury train, but just the fact of he can recruit Texas, he a Texas guy. He's an offensive mind, played with Johnny Manziel and Pat Mahomes. And then he gonna have a young energy that we really need. Plus, he been in the NFL, so we don't got to worry about him going nowhere else. Cliff Kingsbury could come here and he'd be like, you know what? If I find success here, I stay here for the rest of my life. NFL won for me. I just think Cliff Kingsbury is the only coach that truly makes sense. We don't need a defensive coach. Like this is not a defensive game anymore. With the new rules and flags they throw in, like we need somebody who's gonna bring in a great quarterback, which Cliff Kingsbury has done. And then we need somebody that's going to move the chains. I would rather watch, even for ticket sales, I would rather watch a great offense with a terrible defense than a great defense that can't score like we are now. Like, that's my answer.
Tonka, we're gonna move it on to the left. Go ahead and take it. You next. Who would you get?
I can't think of anybody that'd want to come to Arkansas. Because right now,
but let's just
right
say
now
that
the message,
they could.
Anybody? You're gonna laugh at me.
Okay. I'm already laughing, so it ain't gonna just because you said it, I'm laughing.
Give me some John Gruden.
I don't think he want to play come to college, man.
No, he won't. No. And
I ain't gonna laugh at you because
it
I
will.
said that before. I'm not gonna laugh at that.
It's not. It'll never happen.
Why not?
Well, I
Because
mean,
Monday
Jerry
moves
Jones.
stuff.
I mean, I guess that would be possible. I just don't see him coming to Arkansas.
I mean, just think about it. I'm gonna run with this just for a second. His career in the NFL is pretty much over. Nobody's gonna hire him right now because of the little situation he had. Nobody's gonna hire him. Now, if he sees that I can continue to coach, I can come to Arkansas, make $7, $8, $9 million, whatever they want to pay him, and do something that nobody has ever been able to do. Win. Why wouldn't he come? He ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Cause he already a legend. Like I think
legend
it's Super
where?
Bowl.
Bro, come on now. The dude is a
What?
legend.
He
Don't
got
take
one
that away from him.
championship.
That doesn't
That-
matter.
that's-
I mean,
That's legend? You talking
Yes.
Vince Lombardi is a legend. That's a
mean,
legend.
Nah.
I mean, he
The
Vince
just
dude-
Lombardi won too.
Okay. Bill Walsh is a legend. What's the guy? The guy for New England. That's gonna go down as a legend.
Let me
But the
tell
guy
you
who
why.
won one Super Bowl, like we gonna take the coach for the Rams. Is he a legend? He got a
He's
Super
a great
Bowl.
offensive mind.
He got a Super
Not
Bowl,
a-
but is he a legend?
He might go
No.
down as one when it's all said and done.
And
Youngest NFL coach to ever win a Super Bowl.
You-
Revamped the Rams, who was trash for 20 years.
you
Yeah.
gotta do more. You gotta do more than just win one Super Bowl to be a legend.
I
So
disagree.
what-
I gotta
I'm-
agree with D on that one.
But he
So-
also
so-
did the QBs. He did the QB school for like 20 drafts. Like John Gruden was all over Madden. He a legend for things that's bigger than just Super Bowl wins. His name is literally a household name. Like it's different types of legends, and he gonna be a legend just off his name alone, just off his
Right.
voice. Everybody, when you say that name, I can hear his voice in my head right now. That's a legend to me.
And then you can
Mhm.
see him in that Raiders hat. You can see him, on the sideline, at the Buccaneers. Just that persona that he carried. So he is a legend. He may not be legendary coaching numbers per se,
Yeah.
but he will definitely go down as one of the greatest. You can say
Nah.
that. I mean,
Well,
Man,
the man won a Super Bowl with Rich Gannon as his quarterback. So come on.
Mhm.
but he also
on.
had Warren Sapp though on the defense too. So that dude
Yeah,
made up for a
Rich-
lot of bad stuff.
Rich Gannon was his quarterback at for the Raiders.
Yeah, they didn't win a Super Bowl though. They got close, but they didn't win. They lost to. That was the Tuck game. They lost that game.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They-
The Tuck
they
Rule
lost.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, they lost. So he actually won with Brad Johnson.
Yeah, it was Brad
was
Johnson.
his quarterback?
Yep,
the
Brad
Bucks?
Johnson.
He had
Yep.
a terrible quarterback, and they still won. That was all defense.
Defense. You got
Yeah.
Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp
Yeah.
gonna make it happen, Captain.
All right, so we got let's
Warren Sapp is the defensive line coach for Colorado.
Yeah, he coming to Colorado next season. People don't know that.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that was put out on an article a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I didn't see.
Yeah,
that.
he's already been with the team, like working with the defensive lineman.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So we got Cliff Kingsbury, we got John Gruden, and I'm gonna say what I've been saying. Urban Meyer. Hire Urban Meyer. Man.
Urban
Man.
Meyer, if Urban Meyer's named the head coach of the University of Arkansas, I will burn everything in my house that has an A on it, and you can put that in the bank. I hate Urban Meyer.
Man, you can tell
with
you
a
watched them
passion.
Tebow years.
Let me tell you something. I hate Urban Meyer with a passion that runs deeper than God's hate for sin. I'm telling you, I do not. I hate me some. If Urban Meyer was on fire, I would not stop to urinate on the man to put him out. Okay, I hate him.
Man, how do you really feel, Tom?
you want from me?
Yeah.
All Urban Meyer has done is win. That's it. Except on the NFL level, and you can't count that against him because Nick Saban didn't do
No.
it either. Bobby Petrino didn't do it either. NFL coaches and college coaches are two different beasts. Urban Meyer on the college level wins. And is that not what you want?
Yeah.
Or do you want to roll the dice on Barry Lundy Jr.?
No, I don't want to roll. I don't want to roll the dice on Rhett Lashley. I don't want to roll the dice on Dowell Loggins.
Yeah,
Gee,
I want to win.
I want to. Gee, I want to hear your opinion before I give mine.
Bro, it's kind of up in the air for me because I'm thinking about all of these reused coaches. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we keep pulling from is just reuse. We're just taking things out, we're shaking it off, we're trying to iron it, and put it on as brand new clothes. I really want something or someone that, like DZ was saying, is fresh, and it might be a name that we don't know. It might be that, but existing coaches that we know, I really like LSU's old coach, Ogeron. I really liked him.
I actually did look
And
into him in
I
some
thought
of
you were
my
gonna say Les
research.
Miles.
no, not Les Miles, but
Oh
Ed
hell no!
Ed
Grow
Ogeron.
up.
I like him. They say he was, in the stuff they say he was mean and all that. Okay, I can deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
I can deal with that. But that would be, I mean, that's who I was thinking about, of people that we know, but if not someone like that, somebody that's like DZ was talking about, has got a new just a new attitude, something new. So now what was you gonna say?
Now, yeah, Lane, what's your prediction? Who would you want to see?
Okay, so this is going to sound a little weird, and I've put a lot of thought into it. Okay,
Yes,
so
I'll be
it,
your new head coach.
I think you would win, Tonka. But anyway, so I think we can all agree that we have a really good defensive staff, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have a semi-decent staff minus Enos and maybe Kennedy. It's just kind of it. I can agree with some things on Kennedy. I can disagree there. It has become apparent that Sam Pittman cannot handle being a head coach. He is one of the best position coaches as far as O-line goes in the country. I solely believe that. He proved it back in 2015 and everywhere else he's been. So, with that being said, why not move Travis Williams up to head coach?
I said that a
Promote.
couple episodes ago. I said that.
You
I'm with
said
it. Let's
that?
stop.
Okay. But and then move Marcus Woodson up to defensive coordinator. Get rid of Enos and Cody Kennedy and bring in a new, innovative offensive coordinator. You ensure that you keep your defensive staff in line. All the while on the offense, you have a good chance of keeping Morgan Turner, Kenny Guiton, and John and Smith. I don't remember his first name at the moment. The running backs coach, because they can all recruit well. And Morgan Turner has put tight end after tight end after tight end after tight end in the NFL.
We can't lose
We
him.
have a good staff, but there's just and Sam Pittman might not go this year. I don't believe that it's necessarily time for him to go. I think that he deserves one more shot with a different offensive coordinator, basically, because the man has at least earned that, whether people are going to agree with me or not. He brought this team, this football program back from the dead. He did.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The 9-4 season in 2021 was a little bit of a fluke. And I said that all year long. I was excited and enjoyed every single win, the bowl win, every bit of it. But a lot of it had to do with coming fresh off the COVID year with all them super seniors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Now,
but anyway, that's my opinion.
I like
That's not a bad thing.
I like what you're saying, but I'm gonna say this in rebuttal to what you said about Pittman getting a new offensive coordinator. If they keep Pittman, they owe Enos a different quarterback. to see if it's truly Enos. So I feel like I mean, because they owe Enos a different shot at a different quarterback if you keep him.
No, you
You
don't.
have to.
You don't owe Enos jack or spit.
Man, you cannot say this is on Enos when we see that the offensive line is that. I don't like Enos. Everybody know I don't like Enos. But man,
I can put it on Enos from a coaching point of view. I sure can. When an offensive coordinator does not understand personnel and play calling go hand in hand, that is a red flag. That is a problem. And that's what make coaches like me salivate, because it means he's not a smart person. I'll just say it like that.
And
And
another thing about
he's
Enos
hard
that I'm gonna
headed.
bring up is he's playing an offense from 15 to 20 years ago that just does not work as well anymore. Offenses are too quick, defenses are not as good. So I mean, it's pointless to keep him at this point, I think. I do agree with Box. I think that Criswell should get his shot. I just don't think it should be this week. I think it should be
I was
against
gonna say,
Mississippi State or FIU.
So
OD turning
let's
in the
see it.
box.
Nah. What I'm saying is how let's say Box is right. Let's just hypothetically let's go with that. How do we know it's not the quarterback? How do we don't know, because all we've seen in Enos' system is KJ. So
Exactly.
if you go keep Pitman has to keep Enos and give him another quarterback.
So therefore,
let's see
there's
what
no
KJ
changes.
Can do. There is
You
no
see what I'm
changes.
saying? So
I
therefore,
say
there's no
that-
changes.
Yeah, and it probably won't be. Go ahead.
I
D.
got proof. I got proof to tie together what everybody's saying. Again, I think I'm the tired dog. I just tie it all together.
You got them stats, yo.
If you think about the year that Enos was at Alabama, what happened? Jalen
wasn't there
Hurts
very
had
long.
to get Jalen Hurts had to get benched for who? Tua. Tua was a passing quarterback. Jalen Hurts was a running quarterback. So it kind of makes sense to what Bach's saying. KJ gonna have to get benched for a true passer. That's the only way this thing gonna work. That's exactly how it worked at Bama. Like if we going by that standard, so I think that's just what's gonna have to happen.
But once again, you know, I know we want to just pick on one specific area. Okay, now you have to address that offensive line. So we can't keep Pittman and then keep Enos, but then keep Kennedy. Somebody got to go.
Kennedy.
I'm kind of wondering about the strength and conditioning coach, because it just seems like everybody is just slow this year. Like they put on a lot of muscle and a lot of weight, and they're just slow.
Well, I don't think that necessarily goes back on him. I think that goes to their mindset. Because I mean, if you look at Sam Pittman, every press conference he's had since the BYU game, he has been like this.
Because he see practice.
Because he knows.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
I think with the whole Pittman thing, I think you're right. This year is not the year to get rid of Pittman, because he whiffed on two positions, right? He whiffed on an OC and an offensive line coach. Everything else is gravy. He's got the number one tight end coach in the nation. He's got one of the best recruiters and running back coaches in the nation. Coaches in the nation. So he's put together a good staff. So let him come back next year. Let's bring in a new hotshot offensive coordinator, a real offensive line coach that can actually teach technique and teach guys how to block, because Kennedy can't recruit and he can't coach. I'm sorry, he can't do it.
I agree with you there.
And let's also bring in Sam Pittman's replacement, and we're going to label him the co-head coach. Okay. And he can come in as some offensive capacity or something, but he would be the co-head coach, because Sam Pittman is ready to say bye-bye. I think this year has really took it out of him. I really do. And I say let's just give him one more year, give him a curtain call, and then he can step down, retire, save face, go out on his own terms, and our replacement is right there.
I also thought about it like this: if Juracek did decide to go with a different direction as far as Sam Pittman goes, I think that Juracek should offer Pittman the job as as the offensive line coach. He's earned that much to be here. I don't know
But
if Pittman would take it, but
no,
I
your
just
pride ain't gonna let you take that. I don't know what kind of work you do, but if you the boss, you've been the boss for 4 years, and they come to you and say, Lane, hey man, we appreciate what you got going on, but look here, I need you to be that guy down there, and we're gonna cut the money. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna. I mean, so now all of a sudden you're gonna promote one of the guys that I hired now to be my boss. I think that's gonna be a conflict of interest. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm running in you. Now this guy's running the meetings, and now he in your butt. You hired him, and now he in your butt because you ain't doing your job. I think that's just the dynamic of that. I don't think people have the right mentality to be able to in that. I mean, and we're talking about on a national level too, because not only it's one thing to get fired, but it's one thing to now be on the same team and get demoted. That's unprecedented.
Right.
I mean, I don't disagree at all. But I mean, I still stand by with what I said. He should be given that option if he wants it.
Well, I'm going to
Hey,
throw
he
a
gotta
name
go.
But
out.
he would have to want it. Is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
I'm going
facts.
to I'm going to throw a name out, and y'all tell me if I'm smoking crack or not, because this is the only guy that I think Arkansas would actually have a chance to lure to come here, and I think he would be a great fit at Arkansas, and that's Munkin. Georgia's old offensive coordinator is now an offensive coordinator in the NFL.
Munkin,
I'm,
they would have
I
to
don't know
come
much
off
about.
some money for an offensive coordinator, though. He'd take a big pay cut, wouldn't he?
No. I mean, bring him in as the head coach. Or how
Let-
about
well,
this is what I've been screaming for. I would love to see Eric Bieniemy be the new head coach of the University of Arkansas. I think he'd be great.
Yeah. I don't think he wanted to deal with college kids, but yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. Hey, I got somebody on my line here. The unknown, the best unknown scout in Arkansas. We got Scout King Refugee on the line, man. Who do we hire to replace Sam Pittman, man? That's the question on the table right now.
Like I said, my first two choices would be Urban Meyer and Chris Peterson. Chris Peterson is the second winningest active coach as we speak right now. And like I say, he will at least get you a complete football team together. That's what we need. We need a complete football team together.
So Chris Peterson and who was the other one? You said Urban Meyer?
Urban Meyer.
Yeah, Urban Meyer.
He riding with you.
Okay. I'm with it.
Chris Peterson, I think, had to retire due to health reasons when he was at Washington, because the head coach at Washington that's there now is not Chris Peters, right?
Right.
Because Chris Peters, oddly enough, is actually an Arkansas boy.
Okay.
Hey, what's up?
What's on? Hold on tight. We're gonna bring you on in a minute. Just gonna hang out for a minute. So Chris Peterson and Urban Meyer. So let me ask you this, Scout King. How do we fix the Hogs today? Do we put Chris Well? Do we bench KJ? That's the question number one.
Okay. All right. Like I say, I'm about to talk like if I was the head guy in charge.
That's
if
what
I'm the
that's
head
what we
guy in
want.
charge, and I just seen what I just seen this 6 games. Like I said, what I've been seeing and what I've been saying all year long, the young dogs got the heart and ready to scrap. We got him on the bench now. We got him on the bench. All we got to do is throw in there, let him get thrown around, shake him up, and let him say, "Oh, okay, this is what the SEC all about." It ain't gonna kill him or hurt him. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, all my seniors, I want them to see that. I want them to see at least get a couple games under their belt, win or loss. It doesn't matter at this point because we're not winning with the older guy. But y'all older guys gonna be ready to come back in the game for a breather for these young pups. But we gonna bring the young guns out. We finna bring them out. I guarantee you, every time a young gun got in the game, they help us out every time.
So you saying bench anybody that's really playing right now for some of the freshman, sophomore guys we got on the team?
This is just on the offensive side of the ball too, right?
I will go with Chris Wells since he earned the backup spot. See what he got. And then after that, I'm running with my freshman for the rest of the year. That other guy we got from Kennesaw, Georgia. I'm running with him. I seen a lot of fight in him in the spring game. Just how he run. I said that's what we need. But see, KJ been injured since week 1, bro. All you gotta do is go back and look at the film from when KJ took over at 21 and 22, game 1. Man, KJ really had good wheels coming out the gate. This year,
I just said that.
But listen.
He's not running the same.
I know he hurt. He got his ankle twisted up on the tackle, probably like in the first and second series.
Okay.
He been injured all year.
All right. So
I'm not taking it up for you. I'm just telling you what I see with my own eyes.
So you saying so answer the first question. You saying you gonna bench KJ and bring
sir.
Okay. Hang out on the line with us. I'm gonna bring Wyatt up real quick. He been waiting patiently. Wyatt, talk to me, man. How you doing tonight?
All right, I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you good, man. Hey, so let me ask you a question, Wyatt. Do you bench KJ and go with Chris Well? I know you was wanting to come up and say what you wanted to say, but we're gonna ask you that first question, then we're gonna let you say what you want to say.
Well, I don't think it's the worst idea, but I think KJ's been dealt a bad hand this season between Enos and that O-line that they didn't prepare him for, or they didn't prepare for. So I don't think it's the worst idea, but I don't think it's all KJ. You know, he's doing a whole different system with a whole different shebang there. But what I was going to say, really why I wanted to tap in, is the BYU game. Mm-hmm. That was the game that set all this off. And if we wouldn't have lost that game, I don't think we're having none of these conversations. And if you go back and watch that game, that was one of the worst officiated games I've ever seen, by far. And it was one we had to swallow. But that was the domino that hit all the other dominoes this season. And we weren't predicted to win any of these games after BYU. I was with the 11-1 at the beginning. I was with it. But we weren't predicted to win most of these road games. So if we don't lose that BYU game, and that was a close game that was horribly officiated, I think we're not looking so bad. And I think Pitman and KJ has taken a lot of crap, but they rightfully should, because the O-line is shit. So, excuse my language.
It
is crap.
Keep it clean.
And I think Kennedy probably doesn't need to go. Now, Enos is square peg, round hole, and KJ is not picking up the, we need quick set plays. We don't need, with the bad O-line, we don't need wasted time, play action plays. No, we need to get the ball in and out, run vertical, or run to the sideline. Use your speed or run vertical. Do quick set plays, But I like, I like our team. I'm being Sam Pitman now. I like our team, but our offensive line is crap, and our play calling is kind of crap right now. But I think there's hope. I think we're in a rough patch right now. If we can beat Alabama, they got they're probably Alabama's probably thinking of Arkansas. It's going to be an easy game. No, they're going to show up though. But
It's gonna be an
that's what I
easy
think.
game.
I think BYU was that domino game, and if you go back and watch it, it was kind of bullcrap. We should have won that game. The O-line didn't play good, but there were some major calls at some major times that started off that domino effect. And I don't think any of them have gotten over that game. I don't think most of them have got over that game. It's been all in their heads. That's
All
about
right,
all I
so
had to say, though. I
man,
wanted to say it because I just saw it coming,
all right,
since
man.
that BYU game.
Hey, well, we appreciate you tapping in, man, and kicking it with us and saying what you had to say, man. Appreciate you for coming up. So
And
Yeah, I got to say, I want Bama so bad.
if I could just say one thing, it's my favorite. If your aunt had nuts, she'd be your uncle.
this guy. Hey, G, you muted yourself, bro.
Hey, and I'm gonna keep it real, dog. Y'all, please don't get on this. Ooh, but we could be Bama train. Y'all, don't even
not
do it
happening.
to yourselves. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, don't set yourself up for that.
Yeah,
2 words.
It's been
Skull
15
drug.
years. 15 years since we beat them boys. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Man,
Skull
I had
drug.
us.
We ain't beat them since
I had us going
2006, so it's been
8-4.
longer than that.
I had us going 8-4 at the beginning of the season, with my 4 losses being LSU, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, and Florida. Because I really thought this could be the year that we would beat Bama, and if we had played them like maybe in week 3 or week 4, it probably would have been possible if we had a decent offense. But not now that Milroe's got his feet under.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So I got a question.
Hey,
I got a
I'm
question
going to
for
roll with
everybody.
my Hogs every time. Even if
Me
we
too.
lose by 45, I'm still going to be a Hog.
Me too.
So
That's how
I
I feel,
want
bro.
Bama. I'm sick and tired of looking at that 0 over there in the win column over the last 2 decades. I want
Man.
Bama bad. I
I know,
do.
right?
I got a question for everybody in response to our guy Scout King, who's still on the line with us. If you guys were running the Hogs, do you guys agree with what he's saying in benching some of the proven guys and run some of the guys that have no experience?
Only KJ.
Okay.
I don't know.
Talk G.
Yeah, talk.
Man,
All right. Well, I wouldn't bench everybody.
Especially
But-
the defense. Defense doing their thing. Leave them
Yeah.
alone.
Defense.
But offensively, I would definitely start working with different personnel packages to include more freshmen, and then I would start putting in little basic one read plays. Why not? Why not? What's it gonna hurt? Nothing.
Yeah. Now-
What you think, Lane?
sorry, the Coyotes kind of got me there for a second.
I got a question for Scout King. Now you say you the best unknown scout in Arkansas. What's I forgot how you call yourself. But anyway, my question to you is: give me 3 players that you replace on offense. Not named KJ.
Okay.
I got it.
Hold
Oh,
on,
I'm sorry.
Boys. Chris will like this since he earned the spot to be second team. But hold up, let me clear this up.
Okay.
Now, Deezy, I think he my worst critic on the show, but he really kind of agree with me. After the fact, then he'll say something like, I don't know, but one thing he hit on, and I agree with him on, is this, bro. Who is judging our talent? That's a problem up there. And see, that's where I come in at, because I see where the deficiency is. Who's the talent? I'm telling you right now, our best talent on the field is the young dogs. So I'm going with Criswell first. Then at Criswell, I might give him a game. But after that, I'm running with my red shirt freshman quarterback, a true freshman quarterback that I got out of Kennesaw, Georgia. I'm running with him
Malachi
for the rest of the
Singleton.
year.
So
Now,
hold on. Let me pause.
Yeah.
Let me pause this. My question. I'm gonna go back to my question. Give me 3 players not named KJ that you bench.
Oh, okay. I'm go. Well, I'm gonna keep Kyle Washington in. He's a red shirt freshman, so he's ready to go.
So you can't use him.
All
You
right.
can't use him because he's already out there.
Yeah, give us somebody that you're not going,
But
not
he
who you
not a-
gonna keep. We only want the people that you're gonna bench.
Okay,
We testing your Arkansas prowess.
Okay,
You said
I'm-
you a scout.
I'm-
We gonna put you to the test tonight.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trading out my running back. I'm going with Augusta.
Okay.
We're gonna go with him, Auguste.
Okay.
I'm going with him.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna put in number 88. They caught the touchdown from Criswell in week 1.
Dozier.
Mm-hmm.
That's two. Yeah, Dozier.
Who
And
you-
I'm
but
going
who you
with
benching?
Tanya.
Who you benching?
I mean, I'm benching Tesla.
Okay.
That means I'm benching I'm benching
AJ.
Wilson and whoever else. And like I said, we already know KJ going to the bench.
All right. So you saying bring Dozier in the game, bring Augustov in the game, and who's your third one?
And bring, like I say, bring Tesla in the game.
Tesla already playing. He start.
Satania. He's an automatic starter for the rest of the year. Automatic.
And who does he
He gonna
replace?
play receiver,
Wilson?
and he gonna play, Yeah, he replacing Wilson. He better than Wilson. Hold up, I forgot about one guy. Bro, Stevenson can play ball.
Man, we ain't seen
Number
him all
14,
year. We ain't seen him all year.
Yeah, he can play ball, bro. He can play ball.
We ain't seen him all
For
year.
real. That's why I say but like I said, bro, we all gonna be on this radio talking week in and week out. But I told you, Arkansas is notorious for hiding young talent. They notorious for it. And y'all laughed at me when I said that. I know for a fact that's what they do.
Yeah. Hey,
And we seen it play out this year.
shout out to Boss Hog. He said he gonna
We
bench.
seen it play out.
Shout out to Boss Hog, man. He said he gonna bench 62, 75, and 60. That's the whole offensive line.
That's all them. That's
I would too.
That's
I would
Latham,
too. I
Kudus,
would too.
and 60. Who's that? That's
Is that Braun?
what's the other-
Is that
I don't even know
Braun?
who 60 is.
But
I can't
I think
remember.
that's Braun.
I thought Braun was 78 or 75.
75 is
Chandler.
Chandler.
Scout King.
Now 75 is Kudus.
Hey, can I?
Oh, 75 is Kudus? I thought 75 was 78's Chambly then. Or no. Braun is 72. Chambly is 78. Yeah, that's right. So
I tell
Hey,
you
we
right now,
already tried out
they're-
switching the whole O-line.
them boys are already playing like they're 72 and 78.
Right. Well, Scout King, you had one more thing you wanted
Hey,
to
can
add.
I make it?
Go ahead. Go ahead and get your last thoughts out the way.
All right. Hey, have y'all noticed the majority of our penalties on the offensive line are coming from the elder players. They're not coming from the youngsters. All
Coming
right.
from the
You right.
captain.
So that's why
They
I
just
don't
not
have
blocking.
no. Yeah, I know, but that's why I wouldn't have no problem. We're gonna go with the younger team players. All right, Kudus is a converted defensive player. He don't need to be out there playing no offensive tackle. We need him to be our nose tackle, trying to be on defense. That's what we recruited him there for. So what he doing out there to be converted over in less than 6 months' time to be a defensive offensive O-line and a tackle to center and the guard and all of that? That's a joke. That's why I said we got a problem with deficiency on our talent, bro. Major problem. And I need y'all to go sign a petition and get me up there to oversee this crap, man.
You don't want a job. You want a reference.
Hey man, I think you probably need to email Enos, man, and see if you can get an application, man.
He gonna hit you back.
Nah,
He gonna hit you
whoever-
back.
He'll hit you back.
Hey, whoever got to connect. Hey, G Holmes, you said you know some people up there on the hill, bro. Give me a contact with your check. Oliver got my number, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you, bro. Y'all laughing, but like I say, bro, I know talent if I was on the UA up on the hill, we wouldn't be having this problem this year. If I was a true analyst and letting the coaches know, nah, man, y'all got it all wrong.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
Scout King, man. We appreciate you tapping in with us, man. Hey, man, we gonna catch you up on the next Monday, man. All right.
All right.
All right, man. Hey, see, Scout King got to go get a job for the Stuttgart Ricebirds and work himself up all the way up, man.
You know,
he can't go straight to the top, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to start somewhere. Semi-pro, high school, somewhere.
I actually have a great idea for our scout there. On Mondays, why not have him call in and give a scouting report on who he thinks Arkansas should go after?
Hey, there it is. There it is,
job.
Scout King.
Your first job.
And it's an intern, so you ain't getting paid.
Yeah.
Your first job.
I think
Put
Scout
something
King
together.
can start a YouTube channel and talk about recruiting. Hey, this is the guy. Make some tapes. Hey, Scout King, there it is right there, man. I don't think you're gonna get a job on the hill, bro, talking to on YouTube. I just don't think it's gonna happen, man. You may be able to get some traction on YouTube as far as maybe you create your own YouTube channel or something. But man, I don't know about you getting a job on the hill, man. Even if you had a sign that say we'll work for food, I don't know if they hire you, Scout King. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
That boy crazy.
Oh man, we got a super chat. You know I got to read them first, man. Hey, shout out to Boss Hog, man. We appreciate the super chat. He says not 60 but 55. Those are the ones that constantly get holding calls, holding and false starts.
62.
Okay. 62 Brom. I don't know who 60 is. DZ, who that is? I don't know who 60. I don't know who 55 is. All I know is
55
62.
is Limmer.
Okay, yeah, him, Bo Limmer, Latham, and Kudas.
Yeah.
And what's the other dude on the left tackle? Shamley. He's terrible.
Chambly.
He's terrible, man. He I'm sorry. I don't even know why he out there. Put Devin Manuel back in the game. Sorry, man. He's terrible. Man, let me bring the tape out on you, Tonka. I got tape of him getting manhandled out there.
Well, and he should be getting manhandled because he's a freshman.
Yeah, he's a true
60
freshman.
gotta be 60 is a typo because 60 not even been playing. That's Luke Johnston. He ain't even playing.
I think he meant Brady Latham. Brady Latham's 62.
Okay.
Yeah,
So if he's a freshman and you not doing it, why you in the game? Why we got you out there?
Because
He ain't got nobody to replace him.
Because for the last
Manuel
3
hurt?
years, Kennedy has whiffed mightily recruiting. So that we thin at the offensive line. There ain't nobody else. That's
How
the
is it?
best.
How is it that Kent State got better offensive linemen than we do?
Because they have an offensive line coach.
We need to hire him.
You know,
DZ, you shaking your head, but that dude had they got some NFL talent on their offensive line, and our defensive line.
No,
couldn't
I'm
do
not
nothing with them.
disagreeing. I'm shaking my head in disgust.
Oh, okay. Oh,
you know,
man.
we might need to take one out of Texas's playbook and go after some big linemen with a good amount of NIL. That's what they did to change up their dynamic between the last couple of years. Is they went after their linemen with big NIL deals, and then just brought in some decent skilled players. I mean, that might be the route that they need to take next year.
I agree.
Through the transfer portal. That's not going to happen through recruiting, but through the transfer portal. But I got to hand it to this staff. The next year's recruiting class is actually looking really well. I mean, it doesn't really have any good O linemen in it, but you got 4 top 100 recruits coming in next year. That's the first time that's happened since like the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Until they decommit.
I'm
Right.
sure
That's true.
saying like,
That
bro,
might
I was
happen.
yeah,
Well,
if this season
what
keep
good is
going
it?
hot,
Go ahead, Easy. Go ahead, Easy.
because I guess my point on the recruits is this too. People don't realize the only games that recruits can come to are home games. And when you a team
Mhm.
that's not getting any W's and your home games are scheduled for 11 o'clock, this is what that means. That high school player has to play a game Friday night, get home super late, and then try to find their way to Arkansas by 11 a.m. for their game. Recruits don't come to 11 a.m. games. That's terrible for a program. So we're going to lose a lot of recruits simply off of just sucking. And that's what people not realizing.
Man.
I agree.
Well, this is the black two sugars, man. At least it's basketball season, and we can root for
It
them.
Amen.
It's basketball season.
At least it's basketball season, man, and we can start talking about some basketball. Because I think it's over for us for football, man. I'm gonna go around the horn, and we're gonna get up out of here because I did promise my wife I wasn't gonna be on this thing all night. Do we win another game? And what's your prediction for the next 6 games? G, you go first, dog.
Don't start with me.
Hey, you 11-1. You leading the pack.
No,
This is
no,
you.
no.
Let's get it. Let's get it,
No.
dog. Let me what? Let me. Hold on. Wait a. I gotta get you.
11-1. 11-1, baby. That's where we going. 11-1. Oh, we 11-1. Kill yourself. No, we got 4 losses already in the first 6 games. So you got to stand with your chest. Stand with your chest. The next 6 games, what you got?
Okay. Our next 6 games. We got Alabama, Mississippi State, Florida, Auburn, FIU, and Mizzou. Whoo. I say we lose to Alabama. We come home for homecoming, and it's truly going to be a homecoming because we've been on the road for a month. And Mississippi State does have a banged up quarterback. So hopefully after this 5-game skid, we can remember how to win. So I'm going to say we beat Mississippi State at home. We go down to Florida. Man, I don't see us beating Florida. I don't see us beating Florida. So that's 1-2. Auburn is going to be sketchy, but we got them at home, so maybe we can win that game. So we're 2-2. Then we go to FIU at home. I say we win that game. We're 3-2. And Missouri, I say we lose that game. So I say we split. I say we I say we 3-3.
3-3.
We
That
miss a
means
bowl
5.
game.
That means 5 and 7.
Yeah, I say we miss a bowl game.
Lane, what say you?
I'm going to have to agree with G for the most part. That's kind of what I was thinking earlier as far as it goes. I'm pretty certain we can beat Mississippi State. You know, if KJ comes in and gives the ball to him a couple of times, I mean, that might be the difference right there in losing that game. But I think we can win the rest of our home games. Is Missouri a home game or is it away this year?
It's home.
It's a home. It's home. Mizzou looks scary this year. I've actually watched a couple of their games. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Dinky Witz has got it going on up there this year.
Yeah.
But it kind of with Florida, that's probably going to be our kicker game because it just depends on which Florida team shows up. There are games where they play well. There are games where they just don't show up at all and play with 13 men on the field. So, I mean, it's 6-6 in my opinion would be a miracle. 5-7 is achievable for sure.
Okay.
So you agreeing with me 50-50?
Yeah.
First of all, I just want to say, y'all are crazy for acting like home games mean something when you Arkansas Razorback. Every ref hate us no matter where they at. So I don't even count home games as any type of advantage. I say definitely lose to Bama. We could possibly beat Mississippi State if our team has any fight left, and if we don't lose, we gonna have so many injuries in this Alabama game. I don't think y'all understand. When you already losing, your mentality is bad. Any game that we have a lot of injuries, we lose. Like it's so the Bama game, we gonna be all beat up. We gonna come home and try to beat. Matter of fact, we lose against Mississippi State. I ain't even giving them that. We lost. So 0-2 off the jump. Losing to Florida in the swamp, because if we go on a 7-game skid, it's just disgusting at that point. And we're going to lose to Auburn because Auburn at least held Georgia to a close game, and we never could have did that. I say the only winnable game is FIU, to be real. I'm sorry. I lost all hope. And I think it's all bad. And once we get to that point, Pitman has to go. Like, it's going to get to a point to where they're not going to want to do it because, like you said, he brought us out of the dumps. But when we lose all these terrible games, home games don't mean nothing to me. We lost to BYU at home. Like, I'm sorry, yeah. We might be FIU if we switch over to Criswell.
Talk Todd.
All right, well, I'm going to be honest here. Alabama is going to skull drag us. They're going to take us and show us D block loving. Okay, it's like if you're going to go to that game and you're an Arkansas fan, just put a mop wig on in the parking lot and walk in. Okay, they'll know you're an Arkansas fan because you're there for the D block loving, because that's what's going to happen. Period. Okay, it's going to be bad. It's going to be hide Johnny's eyes from the TV. Bad. Okay, it's going to be bad. We're going to make that quarterback look like a Heisman hopeful. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Now, that game, that's an L. Mississippi State. Man, I want to say a win, but
that's a bogey right there, ain't it? I know that's a tough
honestly, because their defense, Mississippi State's defense, matches our offense so well. Because they're both some flaming, they're both horrible. Maybe
that's going to be the game for last place.
Well, yeah, and also this would be a huge game because this would be the loss at Alabama would be our 5th loss. Is that correct? Yeah, or 6?
Yes, it'll be 5.
5th. That next game is going to be a must-win game for Sam Pitman, because if he don't win, he might be let go at the end of that game.
Well, keep in mind they got a bye week after Bama. That's right. They got a bye week, so they'll be able to get a little healthy. So they got a bye week.
Well, that bye week, then I'll say they beat Mississippi State. Then we're gonna lose to Auburn, because that's just how that works. We're going to lose to FIU.
Hold on, Tonka. No, they don't have a bye week. Bama's on the 14th.
Don't?
No, Mississippi State is the 21st.
Okay,
they don't get a bye week. They get the bye week is after. Yeah, it's after. It's before Florida.
Okay.
Bama skull drags us. Mississippi State shocks the world, gets a win. Arkansas fans set Pittman's home on fire. Auburn's a loss. FIU is going to be a loss because the team's going to be like, what's the point? I'm telling you, so Arkansas is going to go 0-6 in these last 6 games. Watch what I say. Watch what I say.
I gave them 50-50.
It's going to be a 2-10 season.
Oh, man!
And at the end of this year, heads will roll.
Hey, man, they're gonna unscrew the light bulbs over at the stadium. They go 0-6. They gonna unscrew all the light bulbs. We ain't, bro. OD, what you say? We got to get something else in here because Tonka Todd is that boy
hey, man,
crazy.
I'm gonna say this: the Hogs are doing what the Hogs are supposed to do. I said that they was going to lose all 4 of these games at the beginning of the season before we saw anything. The only bogey in that situation was BYU. I didn't pick them to lose to BYU. But when I look at my picks, I'm going to sit here and tell you right now, over the next 6 games, the Hogs will beat Mississippi State. They will beat FIU. They will beat Auburn. They will beat Mizzou. They only will lose to Bama and Florida. The Hogs are going 4-2 over the next 6 games, and we'll be back in the Liberty Bowl. You heard it here first. Hey, DZ, you can give me the gas face all you want, Mr. 9-3. I'm telling you what I see.
Ain't it crazy how the tables reversed though? Like all the people, me and Tucker had hope, and now we like, oh no, it's over with. And now somehow I believe my eyes, not my heart.
Well, let me ask one thing from you, OD. Just one thing is all I ask of you. Don't hide it, divide it. I don't know what you hitting, but you need to come to my house with some, okay? Because I would like to feel the way you feel.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, the Hogs, they already understand the business. They going to lose to Bama. They already know. They not even going to show up. They not even going to show up.
That's disheartening.
They not going to show up. They already going to count that as a loss. They might as well put Chris Well out there and just see what he can do. That's what they should do. Just throw him out there, man. KJ, just go get healthy, man. If I was KJ, I would play hurt. I'm like, hey, man, I pulled my hamstring. I pulled my hamstring. Let Chris Well play. And let Chris Well go out there and prove what he can do against one of the best defenses in college.
That's why he deleted his Twitter.
Go on out there. Go out there. Everybody want to get rid of me. Have at it. I want you to see what you can do with these dudes, these 5 bums that they got right here in front of me. Let's go do it. My hamstring hurt. I'm going to eat lobster tail and steak today with my $150,000, $297,000 NIL deal. Y'all can kill yourself and you can tweet and YouTube all you want to. I'm rolling.
I ain't got it no more.
My $150,000 car for a week. My hamstring messed up. I'm gonna be on the sideline. Hey, y'all can do what you do. Get the dude from Kennesaw to be the backup. I want to prove to y'all that I am doing what anybody could do with these 5 dudes in front. So, Chris Well, you're the starter this week because my hand is hurting. Something is hurting. I can't play this week. I can't play.
My feelings is hurting, so it's your turn to play.
I need to take a mental health day, and it's going to be Saturday. I'm taking a mental health day. That's what I'm doing. I need a mental health. I need a break. I need to go see. I need to go to BetterHelp.com. I need to go something. I need some fixing. I'm gonna take a week off. Let Chris Well go out there and take this beating, so then he can come back on the bench and have your proper seat. Boxing, stop talking crazy, and we can move on. KJ gonna take us back to the Liberty Bowl. We going 6-6. You heard it. 4-2 over the next 6 games, baby. You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
Deezy, what else you got to say?
What? Hey, OD, you are the most sensible of all of us. Where is this coming from? Like, you truly think we about to take a 5-game skid and somehow remember how to win against Mississippi State and then beat who else? You think we're gonna beat Missouri for the first time in 7 years? 8 years?
Bro, you heard it here first. You
think we're gonna go to the swamp and win?
Yeah. No, I didn't pick them to. Florida, I did not. I've always picked them to lose against Florida. So I'm not switching it up. They gonna lose to Florida again.
But we gonna beat Auburn.
We beating Auburn,
who just almost beat Georgia, the number 1 team in the country.
Hey man, even the dog find a bone sometime.
All right, yeah, I ain't got nothing else to say, y'all. I said what I said.
Hey, that's it. Hey, Wyatt, I see you in the green room. I'm gonna bring you up real quick, but make it quick, man. I got to go. Hold on. Wyatt, talk to us, man.
All right, fellas. I say if
none of these coaches have gone on a 4-game losing streak, have they? Only 3 games. This one's gonna be different. I think Enos and Sam and Kennedy, they come together and they say, all these people talking shit, we're gonna show them tomorrow. We gotta do something. We gotta change something. We gotta do something right. You know, I think they beat Alabama and I think they win out. I'm out.
G, take us out of here, baby.
You better go. You better go.
No,
Hey,
if we beat Alabama,
OD.
we can win out. If we beat Alabama tomorrow, this weekend, I keep saying tomorrow. I'm hoping it's tomorrow because I want this week to fly by. I'm in San Francisco out here. I'm from Fayetteville, but I'm out here working in San Francisco.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
Hey,
dealing with the
Wyatt,
homeless people, surveying, man. It's been crazy out
make
here.
sure you come back in here on Saturday after the game, man. I'm like
Hey, and we're gonna be winning. It's gonna be after a W. Take my word for it.
Hey,
They have not lost 4 games in a row. When's the last time that's happened? Shit,
Hey,
it's not gonna happen.
It just happened. It just happened.
we losing. We just lost in the 4th game.
I mean,
No.
Listen,
I mean 5. I mean 5.
It happened
Been
in
a
the
long
same.
day.
A
Yeah.
mystery has been solved on the Woo Pig podcast. We now have officially found OD's dealer Wyatt in San Francisco. We have found breaking news from the Woo Pig podcast.
Oh man,
Yo.
G, take us out of here, baby.
Hey, yo, man, there's once and always, man. It's your boy G Holmes, Big Sexy. Thanks to everybody that rock with us. First and foremost, you know, we always show love to our Uncle Clee. That's what we do. We love you. Man, all the homies up on the hill, QB4, BIZ, DJ Sparky. I'm with y'all. All my day ones down here in Little Rock, y'all know what it is. And with that, I said what I said, man, and we out.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's the 501, baby. You know how we get down on the Woo Pig podcast. Shout out OD, shout out G Holmes, it's the best. Big Sexy.